Bro, what the fuck was that? This is why I don't fucking go into what the fuck was that? Oh my god, what was that? This is why I don't go on Twitter. I clicked his name and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? I didn't even do anything. I legit clicked his name. You guys saw that, right? I clicked his media tab. What the fuck? He's on some free. I clicked his media tab and I saw that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And this is why I don't go on Twitter. At least on stream. What the fuck? I swear to God, if I get banned, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I can't even go on Twitter. Oh my God. I didn't do anything. I fucking hate this website. Oh my God. I fucking hate this stupid ass website. Fuck Twitter. Oh my God. No, I clicked the. Wait, let me see. Because I clicked his name. I guess I don't even know what the fuck that was. I clicked the media tab. I don't even know what the fuck that was. I literally clicked the media tab. I don't even. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is some bullshit. That's why I don't fucking go on Twitter. Or at least on stream. What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Then YouTube now wants to be a bitch. Hold up. I need to edit the stream title. Holy fucking shit, man. Alright. Moving on, boys. We're playing video games. Okay, moving on. We're playing fucking video games. I was trying to do one thing for the damn stream. I was like, yo, let's just have a damn segment. We didn't do shit. Clip it out of Bond. Oh my. I don't even want to clip it because I don't know if fucking Twitch go, hey, hey! I already deleted the Twitch VOD. Oh my god. Wait, is my YouTube not back up? Am I not back live on YouTube? What the fuck is going on over here? Stream setup help. I shouldn't need stream setup. What? Why am I on YouTube? Why am I not live on YouTube? What the fuck, man? Oh my. Okay, I am. Welcome back. Welcome back. What the fuck? Oh my god. Chat. Chat. What the fucking Elon do to that site? I just clicked the fucking media tab. That's all. I was just like, okay, that's cool. Let's see some other drama. my! What happens? You don't need to know. If you don't know, you don't need to. Do we risk going back, or are we? Do we risk even trying to go back? That's the real question, chat. Oh my god. Well, that stream VOD was doing so good on YouTube too. Fuck. That was like a really good stream too on YouTube. Oh my god. What the fuck? Let me put the thumbnail back. Oh, there it is. Perhaps, yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing. I want to be honest here. I always wondered. I was like, why do streamers always put shit on the other screen? Okay, now I can see why. Holy fucking shit! I gotta delete that. That was such a good stream too. Wait, can I download the VOD? I can't even download the VOD. YouTube, there's no way you're gonna be like this. Don't be a bitch. Let me download the VOD, please. I at least want that. Wait, is it still on my Twitch? That was such a good stream. I'm not trying to fucking do that shit. That was strange. That was fucked, brother. I didn't do. I am interacting. I'm wait. Hold on. I'm interacting with the fucking. I am on Yeet's fucking Twitter account. I don't know how the hell we got to where we went. I don't know what the fuck happened. What the fuck? Hold up. Video. Do I even have that? I don't. Oh wait, I do. I do. I do. Start download. Start download. Okay, at least we. Wait, no. Fuck. It was the old VOD. Wait, what about this one? Oh wait. Yeah. Okay, I can download it at least. We can at least scrap out the Johnny Smiley parts, boys. All right, we can at least scrap it. We can at least scrap that. Delete. Definitely delete this shit. This is it, right? Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Controversial as
Okay, chat. We can at least scrap out the fucking video. That's good. Teach me how to be Johnny Smiley in North Korea. Please don't do that. I don't want you to do that. Do not do that. I don't even know, brother. If you were Johnny Somali in North Korea, Johnny Somali got too many chances in South Korea. We can say that. He got too many chances in South Korea. North Korea, they ain't playing. All right, North Korea just put you down right there. All right, they ain't even playing right there. Oh my god, Ray, yes. Debating Ramsey being Korean for a long time. Korea, I'm gonna be honest, if Korea doesn't keep Johnny Somali, it's gonna be a travesty. All right, I'm pretty sure if you think that whole little martial law was a problem, brother, trust me, they are going to be done with this man or done with whoever allows Johnny Somali to get out. This is this fucking website, man. Brother, we can't have a normal day on Twitter. It just can't be normal. Oh man, let me see. How is today's video doing? Not too well. Not too well. I might clip out that Johnny Smiley shit. Wait, can I download it yet? Still preparing. Yeah. Oh my god. Korea's gonna let Ramsey off. He is going to do hard labor. Oh yeah, they were about to whip that boy on the back. They were about to hit his ass hard. Oh shit! All right, download time. They were about to work that boy to the bone. They were gonna work his ass to the damn bone. Let me make sure the VOD saves before I delete it. Hooray, saved. Oh man. All right, let's go over Twitch drama. Except for this time, I'm going to verify what we look at first. All right, boys. I We're not doing that again. All right, that was the only time I'm doing what that shit where I'm just clicking links. All right, that's the last time. All right, what do we have here? Team Necros is your winner for XQC's Marvel Rivals 250K Invitational.
No, 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 no. They won't.
Bang! Are you kidding me? What?
That's fucking crazy.
Jesus!
Undefeated, baby.
The champs of Rivals!
Come the fuck on, bro.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
His alley is so screwed in the Philippines. He is a joke. Wrestler locked up. Yeah, we already do. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have like several videos on Fatality actually. Yeah. Did any updates come out about him, or are they still keeping that hush hush tight lip? They don't want you to know what the hell's about to happen. Always trust but verify before displaying. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we already know about everything about Vitalia, right? I don't know if there's anything new. Oh, your ears? I'm sorry, this man was loud. It's screwed everything up very much.
Boys, let's fucking
Ladies and gentlemen, the
fucking G,
Marvel
baby.
Rivals that matters most.
Alright. Alright. Team Necros won the XQC tournament. Cool. Alright, let's go back now. What's another one? Ooh, a Dark Side Phil clip? Oh man, wait, hold on. What is DSP shares some advice to chatters who ask about moving to a new state. Let's see this.
Mariah Scary says.
Let's see. What is what kind of wisdom can DSP give us, boys?
Mariah Scary says, I just moved to another state. Any advice? Well, Mariah, what ethnicity are you? That's the question.
Is RKI in cuffs? Not now.
Why do I need to know that?
They're still just
I don't need
gangsta.
to know that.
TSPC.
You're white as fuck? All right, so here's what you do. I have to preface this saying this is a joke, all right? You're in a brand new place. You don't know about how it is out there, right? So what you do is you walk outside, you walk to the middle of the street, and you just turn to the sky and you yell out at the top of your lungs, if it ain't white, it ain't right. And you see what happens? Mariah Scary says, I just moved to...
This man DSP trying to get people killed. What? Bro, wait, what are the comments saying? I prefer diverse areas. Wouldn't have found my Latina queen if I didn't. Whoa, buddy. Rare DSP. Okay, this one just started. DSP is such a coward. He was about to he was all about inclusivity and other bullshit when it was popular. He was still terrible at it. Alright. This man DSP, what the fuck? What do we have here? Next one. What is this? A Logan Paul clip.
Real serious.
Logan Paul claims he wasn't paid for his Mike Tyson. What you crying about? I wasn't paying Mike Tyson. Shut up. What you need the money for, Logan? That's the real question. What you need money for? What? That's the real question.
No, he's smaller than Jake.
What the fuck? Exactly.
Take that real serious.
Let's be real though. If Jake and Tank fought, Jake would win. He weighs 100 more pounds.
He should win.
It's like you with Mayweather. When you beat Mayweather,
He should
you were
win.
way bigger than Mayweather. That's why you won.
First person to beat him in history.
I know.
And he still didn't pay me all my money. Allegedly, in my opinion. Fuck off.
Oh, sorry. All right, let's open up the
We're gonna
Pokemon.
put beat in quotation marks.
No, hey, do you know what you're doing?
No, I don't.
Take a
You have to. You're touching the cards. I don't want to get my fucking chocolate feastable hands on it.
God, the sleeves.
Come on, guys. Take a seat.
That's it. No one cares about you. He ain't paying my little dollars. Shut up. Do you see DSP lookout? There's a black woman. What? No, I didn't see that. Where's that clip at? Poor rich bitch crying. Exactly. It's a shame that DSP has been in the gutter for years. Then then finally gets out of the gutter last year. He's back in it. Yeah, but he does it to himself. Motherfucker, there's a reason why he's doing this antic now. He was like, well, I need some kind of relevancy. If it ain't right, it ain't right. Like, oh my god, this man's gonna get this man out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and put bro in fucking old folks home. Either in response to Denim's lawsuit, threats, and go. Oh, we already saw this. I already talked about this yesterday on video. What else we have here? Oh, I saw this. Wait, hold up. Someone did a content cop on Idubbbz, and I didn't watch it. And you know what we're gonna do, boys? We're gonna watch it together. All right, we're gonna watch it together. I was wondering. I was like, what was I gonna do on stream today? Because I was like, other than Johnny Smiley shit, I had one more thing I wanted to do, and I didn't remember until I saw this shit. All right.
And standing and acting as if I am any.
Got my pause. All right. It's an hour long? Holy fucking shit. All right. Man, damn. Oh, you honestly, I'm about to fucking spin up some damn deadlock or some shit and play while we fucking watch this shit. Let's just see. Let's just see. It's not too bad. YouTube.
Our silence means something. It means that we would.
Wait, let me get some water right quick, chat. Let me fill up my water bottle before we start this. I know I'm gonna be thirsty. Fucking an hour 30. Damn. Yosuke, what's up? Alright, boys. Now let's watch this. I got me some food and some water. Let's watch this shit.
Like to pause this relationship. Stop it, I'm powerless. No, you have a ton of power. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate whatsoever on my end. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I'm any better than any of these people that I was making content videos on. And
what we do here is go back.
Bro, how the hell are you gonna get outdone by some random guy with 32K subs? I'm gonna be honest with you, this man's already already on masterpiece. Already off it, boys. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. I know almost something about Idubbbz. He was a streamer beyond not much else. I guess he did do a little bit of streaming. He's mainly a YouTuber. Right, mainly a YouTuber.
Hey there, folks. I'm your local content cop. I make sure everyone's content is up to par, and if it's not, I will bring them to justice. We've all made content that we're not very proud of. You know, maybe you made music for a very controversial project that you might regret, or maybe you went on stream and shouted that America deserved a terrorist attack. I'll spare you any further examples. But on today's episode of Content Cop, our theme is friendship. Today we're going to be talking about a former great on YouTube that has turned into one of the biggest disingenuous, hypocritical, spineless pussies that I've ever seen on this website.
Damn.
That's right, we're going to be talking about Anissa Jamha's husband, Idubbbz, otherwise known as Ian. Some people call him Ian. I'm going to be calling him Ian. Oh, come on, Cameroon. You're just mad that Idubbbz doesn't say the naughty slurs anymore. He's very mature now. I think you need to grow up. That actually has nothing to do with it. I honestly could not care less what kind of words he uses in his videos. Also, that maturity narrative is complete bullshit. He does damn near everything that he apologized for to this day. Most importantly, we're going to be talking about how dog shit his content is now, but before I get ahead of myself, let me fill you in on why we're here and who we're going to be talking about. If you're very keenly aware of this situation and you just want to get on to the video, here's a timestamp, or you can use the chapter feature on YouTube. Otherwise, let's get into it.
Welcome to the Filthy Frank Show.
Idubbbz gained popularity with his collaborations with Filthy Frank & Co., as well as his edgy and offensive humor seen in Kickstarter Crap, Bad Unboxing, and Content Cop. Despite being really funny at the time, his offensive vocabulary would likely not fly on YouTube today.
oh, it's a single piece of paper that says
Nice. Friendship.
Now let's bring in one of his close friends for over 8.5 years, Ethan and Gila Klein of H3H3 Productions. Their videos together marked some of the most iconic collaborations during that era of YouTube. As times changed, so did the creators. Filthy Frank went on to become Joji, Max Mofo and Anything for Views would start their channel, Cold Ones. H3...
Oh, Cold Ones is really good. Just saying, if you guys haven't watched it, fucking phenomenal channel. Love me some Cold Ones.
H3 would focus on their podcast, which didn't go without its own controversies over the years, which left Idubbbz to move on and try different types of content like documentaries on enigmatic figures of the internet. As Ian moved away from his old content, he would run into a few of his own controversies, which we will be dabbling into today. But what I really want to nail in here is throughout all of that, H3 always stood by Ian, even at the expense of his PR. After his documentary with Sam Hyde, Ian's content would really start to lose his soul, which we'll get into later, but let's fast forward a bit. Enter Hassan Piker.
We think the
America deserves 9/11.
bloodthirsty,
Violent pig dog.
A hypebeast, polarizing socialist streamer, and former co-host of Leftovers, a show on the H3 podcast. Hassan and Ian were very friendly. Everything was fine until the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel, which led to a falling out between Ethan and Hassan. More on that later. After a long back and forth, this rift peaked with Ethan's return to H3 Productions releasing content nuke Hassan Piker. While Ethan's fans praised it, Hassan's fans and orbiters like Denims and Frogan did not, which drew the attention of Psychopath, Bad Empanada. Trust me, more on him later. Since then, Ethan has been harassed by multiple snark subreddits, had CPS called on his kids, and even had 2 human skulls sent to his house. Meanwhile, Ian's former editor Froggy Tonic, whom Anissa, Ian's wife, was still publicly engaging with on Twitter, started posting tweets harshly attacking Ethan and Hilo with misinformation. When Ethan asked for Ian's support, he chose to stay out of it, until he didn't by choosing to release a dogshit video titled Content Cop H3. With all that out of the way, let's continue. Ian, that one was for you. I hope burping is still funny.
Did you save the image, Lil? No, I saved the video. I saved the stream VOD, so we still have a video for tomorrow.
Let's look at Ian's video, I Miss the Old Idubbbz, and see what his principles are now that he's above his old edgy content.
I have made some cruel, hurtful content. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate.
Okay, so content cop videos were apparently bad. Ian doesn't think it's okay to morally grandstand and thinks that content cop videos are hurtful and cruel.
Someone disappeared, huh?
No, he's just his chin disappeared.
Oh.
So instead of changing your content cop format to not morally grandstand or whatever, you do the same thing, but instead of the use of slurs, you just make a hit piece on your friend of nearly 9 years. Then you include people like Denims, who have promoted malicious misinformation that has directly led to in real life harassment of Ethan's kids. So are you pro-harassment or are you anti-harassment?
I can recognize that you did not deserve the hate and harassment.
Yo, Joji, I'm gonna be honest with you. Joji probably is living the chillest life out of all of the gang. Like, don't get me wrong, Matt and Chad, they're probably just having fun, right? They're both just having fun on Cold Ones. Ian is fucking just devastated, and I don't know how his is. I don't know how you can just deal with all this shit. Like, fucking that boy Joji made his money, and I'm pretty sure he's just living lavishly right now.
Harassment that I sent your way.
I would make, a couple videos, the content cop and the content deputy, and then I would say, okay, I'm done. For me, it was done. It was not done for the people who watched my videos. It was not done for the person who was being harassed.
I didn't plan on making a content cop on H3.
I don't know, maybe you just lack empathy?
I have always thought that I was an empathetic person. I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy.
No, Ian. It is pathetic.
My empathy meter's only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up. But it...
Yeah, what a perfect excuse. You haven't filled your empathy meter enough. I'm sorry I fucked you over, sir, but alas, my empathy meter is only 3/4 the way full. Ian, you were 27 while making those videos, but you're telling me all of a sudden over 5 years you just, boom, gained empathy? I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that you would not have been able to make that content in the post-2020 adpocalypse era of YouTube, given the fact that you were teasing a new content cop before that. But no. It's because you decided to start caring and feeling empathy. Where was all of this so-called empathy in the H3 content cop? You never mentioned CPS in your video, and your veiled attempt at empathy was only sprung by the YouTube apology ratings guy not changing his rating for Ethan's apology video.
But I asked him if I hadn't responded the way that I had, how would the video have ended differently? And he said, oh, absolutely.
This doesn't make you look good or caring in any way. It makes you look manipulative.
I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich.
Ian,
it's not.
You are a massive hypocrite.
And do you know what else is massive?
We're going to take a pause from the H3 drama for a moment and take a look at Ian's changed content. It's fucking dog shit. Unlike Ian, I'm actually going to try to provide some context here. Idubbbz would crack well over 1 million views for every video he uploaded since mid-2015. This wasn't until 2022 after things began to dwindle for him, as his videos went from well thought out comedy videos or goofy bad unboxing videos to ranking playground equipment. To put it simply, this content is boring and genuinely unfunny.
You can get pretty dangerous.
Bro, I remember whenever that boy started doing fucking squirrel catching videos. At first, I was like, no, this is some cool content. I guess it's a little side content. And then he kept going for like weeks and months. He was trying to like catch squirrels. I'm like, bruh, I don't give a fuck about no damn squirrel. It was cool, like one-off video or 2 videos. Like, stop with squirrels. I don't care.
With swing sets, especially if you're doing it side by side with another person.
Bruh, he said, I gained empathy, but fuck you, Ethan. Like, Idubbbz is not a good character of his own judgment, or a good judgment of his own character. I don't think he realizes that, my guy, you actually have to be empathetic towards people to say you have empathy. He says, I gained empathy at 32, then made one of the most unempathetic videos known to man.
And this isn't because he's not doing commentary videos anymore. Whenever he does, those suck as well.
My studded leather sash gives me 8 strength and 8 agility, which, no. Let's do that over again. Why did I say agility? 8 strength and 8 stamina.
It's very evident that Ian has lost a sense of humor. Maybe this is a side effect of gaining a quarter bar of that.
Yes, he does, or did, at one point, squirrel catching videos. Like, he would catch squirrels on his property. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Yeah, right here. He has this whole series of catching squirrels on his property. 7 years ago? Yep, that was a downfall right there. Over 18 videos, brother. I probably got halfway through this damn series, and I was like, man, look, everyone was just like 5 million. His first one, it was like, oh man, that's really good.
Hello.
Hey man, that was good little content right there. And it fucking slowly got worse and worse over time. I'm just like, squirrel, you still going with the squirrel catching? Like, don't want to see your squirrel catching video. It's like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
That empathy meter, but it feels like he's lost any sense of irony. In this video, he basically makes a pseudo content cop on carton arcs. It was very poorly received. It's just very apparent that Ian just doesn't get it.
Yes, it's very easy to call these people unhinged. Another word you can use is disabled. Their brain isn't working like yours or mine. For some people, they feel like they have to answer the door.
What the fuck? Yes, Ian, responding to someone in public who's talking to you makes you disabled. Ah, you're a retard. You're fucking retarded. You're disabled. Because you respond to someone in public, you're fucking disabled.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Yes.
Before you say that people stopped watching because he stopped doing all the series that he was known for, he tried returning to bad unboxing, but it just felt soulless.
Good craftsmanship. Oh, I like that. I feel like a little pupil. Oh, it's big girl panties. You think I'm gonna wear this? I'm not a large. I'm a medium, homesprung.
Like, he didn't allow people to send in fan mail, probably because he was scared of his own audience.
I've learned a lot since the last bad unboxing.
Oh, Number one. He ran that damn squirrel little fucking shit dry? No. That shit was about them near Mars. That shit was fucking dust. No one wanted to watch that shit. That shit was fucking awful after the first one. First one was cool. Right, it was new content. He was trying to, I got you. The second one, I was like, all right. And then the third one got weirder, and it kept getting weirder. I'm just like, no one will watch this shit. No one will watch you catch squirrels.
1, do not trust strangers to send you packages.
Like, nobody cares about the packages that your wife ordered from your Discord on Amazon. They want to see the whimsical shit that your audience sends you to get a reaction out of you.
I'm Jewish.
The only good piece of content around this era was his collaboration with Max and Chad, not only because it was nostalgic, but because Max and Chad are genuinely funny.
Create a clash. Punching, boxing, fighting. Money. Money? Sponsorship. Okay. Manscaped. Yeah.
Yo, shout out to fucking Max and Chad though. Fucking W friends. Even though Ian's a piece of shit now, W friends, Max and Chad, they like, bro, we'll help you out with content. Come on, you just play into it. Just play into what we're doing. And for some reason, Ian just doesn't play into it. Like that's half the fucking content that Max and Chad does. Is like little bits that they play into. And like for some reason, he refuses to play into any of their bits. And it's like, what's the point of collaborating with them? You're fucking up their own content.
I was just kidding.
Max and Chad haven't aged one day. Meanwhile, Ian just looked like he got out of rehab for meth. Most underwhelming reunion I've ever seen. If this was Ian from 7 years ago, this would have been a lot less dry. I feel like he's constantly trying to be on his best behavior for the mob. It's very clear the juxtaposition between Max and Chad versus Ian. Ian looks depressed. Damn near soulless. And as a former fan of Idubbbz, it was hard to come to terms with the fact that Ian just isn't funny anymore, which sucks.
Alpha Bravo, this is Flaming Pegasus. We're out here looking for Deputy Washburn. He's been missing for a while. Two placed.
Pegasus, I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, so far this is fucking really good.
Before we get on to our video's focal point, I feel it's important to give a bit of context on some people that are pertinent to the situation with H3. First up, we have Sean Damn it, I said people who are pertinent to the situation.
Solve all of our problems, we would have socialism at this point. If someone just went out of their way and
So first up, we have Frogan.
I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
The next day.
You're joining them. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD.
Bro, I gotta know, chat. How the hell did these clips be getting so damn dusty? Like, this shit needs some damn lotion. Like, what kind of fucking clip? Like, I understand that he probably couldn't have found the original clip. I get that. I don't understand how people that be recording this shit be recording like the most dustiest 2P known to man. Like, this shit is ashy. This shit is disgusting to look at.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based? Based?
A Hassan Orbiter, Twitch streamer, and moderator for Hassan Piker. Other than her close association to Hassan and just being extremely unlikable, Frogan is notable for being kind of the first domino to this situation. Oh yeah, also she was twice nominated for Rising Star of the Year at the Streamer Awards. On October 7th, after Hamas's attack on an Israeli music festival, Frogan tweeted this.
Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America, but as soon as one happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong.
After this quite insensitive tweet, Ethan Klein quietly unfollowed her on Twitter, which caused Frogan to have a giant meltdown. She started tweeting a bunch of shit and crashing out on Discord and went on stream and started throwing shots at Ethan Klein.
If you are so fucking close-minded that you can imagine that the suffering of an Israeli person is valid, then you're lost. And the same goes for Israelis. And again, I say this till I'm blue in the fucking face.
Bro.
It's not wrong to think that a terrorist attack against an innocent group of people is gross, especially while acknowledging the many problems with the Israeli government. This would just cause a shit-slinging match between Ethan and Frogan, and before we go further, we need to introduce our next character. Enter Denims! She is a much more popular Hassan waiting room, and for whatever reason gets a lot more attention than Frogan, which I
wonder what... For
popular
some
Hassan
reason,
waiting room, and for whatever
I don't know why, man.
reason gets...
I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know why. Why does Frogan get so many views?
It's a lot more...
It's a mystery we'll never find out.
More attention than Frogan, which I'm sure has everything to do with her riveting, groundbreaking commentary.
Even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15. You have maybe 1 or 2 memories. The average age of adults' earliest memories is 3.5 years old. You're not really forming memories at 3.
A group including Denims and Frogan hosted a panel at TwitchCon where they created a racial tier list. At the top you had Arab and at the bottom you had Love Sabra. And if you know what Sabra actually means, not the hummus, then you'll understand why it comes off as racist. I wonder who appeared in that tier list.
Person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
At least 2 reasons.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
Well, oh, you guys heard that damn comedic? Oh my god, the damn comedic genius. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, boys, get ready for Denims. Get ready for Denims.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
Well, your bitch throwing a fit over here. You saw that fucking damn fake ass reaction.
You guys are missing
Look
a
at that.
category for Zionist.
Oh my god. Funniest shit I've ever heard.
Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah,
it has to be.
That's easy.
Now let me introduce the top of this little pyramid scheme we got going on here, Hassan Piker. If you'd like a more in-depth history on Hassan, I'd recommend watching this video by June the King. It goes way more in-depth into Hassan than I'm willing to go into today. And
Oh my god. God. These people be making fucking long ass videos. I know if I made a damn hour-long video, none of y'all watch that shit.
the link will be in the description. To briefly summarize Hassan's content, he's an extreme leftist political streamer with breathtaking boots-on-the-ground coverage.
We did it successfully. We stopped Vladimir Putin from invading Ukraine. Or maybe that was never gonna fucking happen. Like I said, it was never gonna fucking happen. They'll be like, tomorrow, there's a war tomorrow. There's a war tomorrow, there's a war tomorrow, there's a war tomorrow. And the tomorrow never comes. And when there's no war tomorrow, they're like, you're lying. You're fucking lying. Dude, it's gonna happen.
He's also grade A at taking criticism.
I believe you've done a couple videos about how dog shit I am, I think.
Did you watch the videos?
No, of course not. I have a policy of not really watching videos such as that one, specifically because it will frustrate me.
I've gotten numb to the criticism. Like, it's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now.
You want to debate about a video you didn't even watch?
Criticism.
Why? Yeah, of course.
And he also has this quirk of blaming everything or assuming everyone who disagrees with him has ties to the disgraced political streamer Destiny.
It's 100% like fucking rabid Destiny fans, dude.
It's quite the strange deflection considering he fits that category perfectly. He's also known for deflecting criticism by blaming the genocide in Gaza.
Go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
But the main takeaway is Hassan is a socialist grifter and a walking example of a hypocrite down to his lifestyle and actions. Our next character isn't necessarily a friend of Idubbbz, as far as we know at least, but he is a central figure to this situation. Empanada.
Ooh. Bro, I was looking at my phone. I looked up when that little sting hit.
But he is a central figure.
Bro, I did not.
Situation.
Chat, I did not see the chat. Whenever I say I did not see that damn jump scare 3, 2, 1. Brother, I was literally looking at my phone and then I looked up and I see like the top part of his like eyes right here staring. And then I put my phone down, I see that damn creepy ass smile. What the fuck is this? Oh my god.
Bad Empanada is a psychopath that nobody, including Hassan, likes.
I'm never gonna watch a Bad Empanada video on the stream. I'm just letting you guys know. You're out of your fucking mind, okay? You think I want him to write
motherfucker might be one.
Hours worth of new
my
YouTube essays
God.
about how I have wronged him? I don't want that. I don't want that at all, okay? He would perhaps benefit tremendously if I did watch his YouTube videos on this channel, but I'm never gonna fucking do that. I have an official blockade on Bad Empanada videos on this broadcast while I'm live. That's number one. And number two, he's not just mean on Twitter. He is a psychopath. He is not just mean on Twitter. He is the most insane person on Twitter.
That is until Bad Empanada started going batshit crazy towards Ethan Klein. Then Hassan and his orbiters started peddling him constantly.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Chat, when am I gonna start getting peddled? Like, chat, the real question here is, when am I gonna start getting peddled? Who's gonna peddle the fish? Come on, the fish needs a peddler. Is that what they call peddlers? The fish needs someone to peddle them on their stream. I can be unhinged. Come on, I can say unhinged things. I'm not as bad as bad Empanada, but I mean, like, I can work on it, right? I can look a little disheveled if I don't shave, right? If I don't shave, I can look a little disheveled. Kind of hard for me to look that bad, but I could try. I could try. Chat, I could try.
Okay, critical support the Bad Empanada has gone up by wide margins now. Okay. Oh, dude, Bad Empanada went from bad to good Empanada.
Yo, what's up, cool nigga?
Went from Bad Empanada to based Empanada.
To show a really easy example of why Bad Empanada is a psychopath, here's a clip of him playing a game looking to shoot and kill IDF secretaries. For those who don't know, Israeli-born citizens are required to do mandatory IDF military service, including Ethan's wife, Hila, who was a secretary.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zion is the slur. I'd like to pay tribute to him by playing the first in Al-Aqsa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers as a Palestinian resistance fighter, which is the glider level. And is the Israeli army a bunch of Ethan Kleins? Like, they're all on a fucking Ozempic binge. They don't understand what's going on around them. They haven't noticed me. Where do they keep the secretaries? In here?
It's going pretty good.
I'm hunting for secretaries right now. Secretary got...
Another example of this guy just being a fucking peach is when he used out-of-context clips to paint some narrative that Ethan and Hila's children were contracting Giardia and other unknown diseases from eating dog shit, and trying to paint Ethan and Hila as bad parents. Oh, and of course Denham's reacted to it and promoted the idea of CPS being called through her chat.
Covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit. I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it, or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something.
And CPS did end up getting called, which Bad Empanada tried to take credit for. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to list everything else on screen that he's done. Just take a look if you're interested. This final character is also a big part of the dominoes falling between Idubbbz and Ethan. It's Idubbbz's former editor, Froggy Tonic. Not to be confused with a fighter who was kicked off Creator Clash 2, Froggy Fresh. The reason this guy's relevant is because he kept tweeting heinous shit towards Ethan and Hila, as you can see on screen.
Like, that was kind of like, that was so fucked up whenever he was just like, all right, time to play a fucking video game where you go and kill fucking Israelis. Like, brother, what are you doing? At what point do you stop and think, where did I go wrong in life? Why am I like this? Why do I even care about Hila? Why do I care about Hila? Like, this man was so fucking unhinged for that shit. What a loser to call CPS on someone's kid. I think it was it was between Bad Empanada and Denham's crowd that was blamed for calling CPS, but I don't know, that whole fucking shit is kind of annoying. I don't even know what the hell was going on with that. It's so confusing.
And all the while, Ian and Anissa were openly and publicly interacting with him.
What the hell is this?
Is that her last name?
He's taken her last name.
Testing, Hassan's Piker. Testing, 1, 2, 3, pussy, testing. Hello everyone, Henry Handjob reporting live on the scene. As you can see behind me, we have the woods where it's believed disgraced former detective Ian Jamha is residing. We have some major breaking news that he has been identified as a suspect for content uniform malpractice, otherwise known as cum by professionals. Other members of this gang, Socialist Griftorio, is known as Hassan Piker and who can only be described as Grimace from McDonald's. Back to you, Margaret.
I want to be honest here, bro. I don't know how fucking Frogan just be taking these punches. I would have been off the internet. God damn. These damn they ain't even jabs. These damn haymakers she's be taking. She is taking them to the damn chest and getting no benefit out of it, by the way. I like how whenever like, you know, any of us make fun of Denham's, her numbers go up. Like, just straight up, her numbers do go up. As soon as anyone makes fun of Frogan, plummeting. She needs to stay out of controversy. Like, as soon as Frogan fucking gets into controversy, her number plummets. Like, it just straight up gets destroyed. Every time she's out of controversy, it goes somewhere. It's like a stock market. It goes up and down.
Idubbbz is very spineless. Along with his hypocritical nature, Idubbbz was too much of a pussy to piss off his new friends instead of defending his close friend of nearly 9 years who was being harassed. Harley Morenstein of Epic Mealtime recently did an interview where he talks about how he defended Ian and Anissa back during Creator Clash 2. It feels like these are the types of things that you normally do for friends. Of course, the friend I'm talking about is H3H3 Productions. Ethan and Hila were constantly defending Idubbbz to a fault, I would even argue. You can argue it's fair to say that that maybe they didn't want to get involved. And that's fine. But what's not fine is ignoring your friends after they ask you to denounce the egregious behavior of someone who at one point represented you and is currently being signal boosted by you. The clip I'm about to show you is from the episode Snark called Child Protective Services on us.
If you want to hang out with those people and not stand up for another girl that stood up for you.
She's friends with people like Denims.
I know.
In her chat,
yeah.
Which I'll
she's
show.
friends with
Denims is actually participating in this whole Child Protective Service lie. Child Protective Service, even the worst thing. I mean, she's said worse things about you and me. I just don't see how you can be my friend and also be friends with someone like that. The last thing I said to Anissa, we were texting before I ever talked about it. She's like, I don't care about this guy. He's a nobody. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, then you'll have no problem publicly denouncing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, the conversation ended.
She never replied.
Anissa, Ian's wife, never responded. And what's hilarious about this whole thing is when Frogan was crashing out on stream about Ethan unfollowing her, Anissa was in her chat comforting her, saying, he'll realize what he's saying isn't the best in a week or so. The cowardice behavior continued until it became pretty clear that Idubbbz probably agreed with what Froggy Tonic was saying, as he talked about it on his podcast.
Ethan's upset with, I think, some of our connections.
No, Ian, it's not your connections. It's people you openly call friends. More on this later, but what a cop-out way to phrase this.
We want to stay out of the drama as much as possible. We don't want to pile on.
Oh, is that so?
I had a lot of friends when I did my apology that did not fuck with it in the slightest.
Yeah, they didn't agree.
And they still don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Your apology was pretty useless and dumb. And although he's made some slop, I think Moist Critical had a pretty good take on the apology, which I agree with. I'll link.
Wait a minute. Don't be calling Moist Critical out like that. Just because he does make slop doesn't mean it's bad. Come on, man. Come on. Moist Critical making some good shit. Oh, yeah, here. Idubbbz TV just learned his empathy in his 30s, and now he he did this to Ethan the L sign Fortnite dance. Yeah, he really did learn empathy in his 30s, and then he fucking made a very much non-empathetic video where he sided with one party instead of, you know, empathizing with the other party and, you know, trying to get their side of the story.
The video in the description as well.
Don't agree with it, and I don't really expect them to come to bat for me or anything if they don't agree with it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't expect them to speak up, period, on any of it.
I appreciate that they don't.
Right here is the core of why I'm showing you this clip. He doesn't agree or doesn't care about what's happening to Ethan and Hila. Maybe he just disagrees with some take that Ethan has on the conflict, like that there should be a two-state solution or that Hamas terrorists should also be condemned as well as the Israeli government. I don't know. Maybe there's some behind-the-scenes shit we don't know about. Maybe he doesn't fuck with Ethan calling people out who encourage harassment against him and his family.
I'm sorry to everyone that I made content copy.
It's not that hard, but obviously,
We are friends with Denim.
something
You did
you
not
can never
deserve
say.
the hate and harassment that I sent your way.
No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs.
Even when we don't say something, they think we're saying something.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure you...
Come on out, Ian. Where you at, Jama?
Hey, Stingray. Turns out Detective Washburn is no good. We're looking for a police impersonator. This is Bernie Pegasus. Do you come? Stingray, do you come?
You can't understand what Ian's thinking. I'm pretty sure at this point, Ian's thinking like, oh, new friend might have more money than old friend. Maybe I can get on new friend's side to make lots of money. That's probably what he's thinking, or revive his career, which kind of, I don't know what's happening with reviving his career.
Sir, have you seen this suspect?
No.
Just calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
That's good.
Has anybody seen this man?
Have you guys seen this man? You seen this man? Don't worry, it's just a drone.
Now, folks, there's a new sheriff in town. Now let's get down to why we're here. My lieutenant just informed me that there's police impersonation afoot, and I gotta bring him to justice. Ian recently uploaded a content top on H3. Remember my first point?
I'm sorry to everyone that I made content cop videos on. You did not deserve the hate and harassment that I sent your way.
Yeah, Ian, you're a hypocrite. Hypocrisy aside, like his other more recent content, I'd like to talk about just how bad this video is. This isn't a content cop. His Cartnarks video, as bad as it was more of a content cop than this video. This is like an Idubbbz complains. It's a shitty video about his personal feelings on H3. It's poorly edited, it makes horrible points, it's not funny, and again, it just feels soulless. But despite all of this, it's still his best performing video in 3 years.
What's up, everybody? I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hassan broadcast coming to you live from a cloudy day here in California, Los Angeles. We're live and alive, and I hope.
And just like that, the 1 minute and 30 seconds of hope that we had for this video is lost. The video immediately derails with this person's inclusion. Kevin. Okay, this video sucks. What are you doing? This is not it. No! Denims? No!
Okay, Jesus. That was
Mr. Beast!
Ethan, wake up.
Wakey, Ethan.
The dumb skit aside, this feels like...
Brother, I still don't understand why he did that little stupid skit, but he put fucking H3's name in the title and thumbnail. Like, did you think that this whole entire little skit that he did with the wake up, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Like, do you think that shit was about to scare Ethan's like he should have did the whole Jake Paul thing, the what is it called? The content cop that he did on Rice Gum, but he said it was about Jake Paul in the title and thumbnail. That was subversion. That was a good little twist. This shit was dumb. It was so idiotic.
More of a taunt than anything. I'm not sure how this is going to prevent harassment against your close friend, as you say you're so morally against.
We don't condone harassment.
We don't condone harassment of any kind.
Cameron, we're all here to see you lampoon the skit. Please, Cameron. There isn't much I can say regarding the skit that hasn't already been said itself. I'm sure you want me to make fun of it further. Yeah, the Fortnite dance was retarded. Sorry, a token. This just isn't a funny sketch. And what baffles me the most about this is that in the past, Ian has made impactful and funny sketches that improved the overall video, but this just falls flat.
If I would imagine this in 2016, I would have been like, oh yeah, if I ever do that, it's gotta be because I lose the plot. Well, it turns out it's not me losing the plot, it's Ethan.
No, dumbass, it's you, and that fact has become very apparent over the past couple of years. Quite honestly, I should have known that the second you decided any of those tattoos that make you look like a reformed skinhead looked good to you. Maybe it was the LASIK surgery that went a little too deep into your eyes and melted your brain. Maybe Sam Hyde kicked you too hard. Cameron, please stop being a cyberbelly.
I would say that Hassan was very well equipped to talk about that topic.
Yeah, Hassan has the political know-how, the same guy who before this conflict couldn't even locate Yemen on a map.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I think nope.
Hassan was very well equipped.
Nope. Got it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, little guy.
From invading Ukraine. Or maybe that was never gonna fucking happen, like I said!
What kind of humiliation ritual is this video? You fucking moron.
Nation says that may be a war crime. It literally is.
It's just eating the toppings. And the pizza looked like a burn victim. It was all disgusting.
It's very clear to anyone with a functioning brain how this kind of editing could easily be used maliciously. And this type of malicious editing plagues this video. There's plenty of times in this video where cut context is intentionally left out. Ethan actually already responded to this edit directly, showing that he was making commentary on the conflict at the time, as you can see.
He is extremely sympathetic to the Israeli cause and what's happening to them. His wife's Israeli. She served in the IDF. He obviously likes the state of Israel.
No, he's not. He's on numerous occasions called out the Israeli government and the IDF.
The Israel government is fucking barbaric, genocidal freaks. And I hate them.
I can't even begin to talk about how fucking bad faith it is, not to mention that Hila's military service was mandatory. It's not like she was psyched to serve in the IDF.
They follow Hassan. Hassan is strictly a political streamer.
No, he isn't. Half of his streams are just him eating and watching Skibbity Toilet. Throughout most of this video, Ian's points fall very flat. There are many occasions where he shows clips of Ethan that have nothing to do with the point he's trying to make and make Ian look really stupid. For example,
so when they see Ethan say things that are just like not accurate and it's just propaganda, they're gonna call it out.
From the river to the sea essentially means the state of Israel is going bye-bye.
In what way is that propaganda? The river to the sea, that's the whole thing. It's extremely reasonable to understand why people rightfully believe that.
The other day, BB fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about.
In his past Content Cop videos, there was kind of this unspoken rule that Ian was kind of against criticizing people for things that they've taken accountability for. So the malicious use of this clip is pretty sour. Hila misspoke, apologized, then took a break from the podcast after clarifying. What's the problem?
He's finding new people every day, basically, to get in fights with.
Of all people, this guy, Matt Lieb, Frogan and Denims. And Denims, by the way, was the real villain of the video. Evil, hateful fucking... And I'll say it and I'll double down on it. And people, oh no.
Bitch. Don't worry, Ethan, I got you. Ian pulled all of these clips out of context to make Ethan look like he was just attacking people without reason.
Yeah,
Matt Lieb unprovokedly attacked Ethan Klein on his podcast.
I don't understand like how he was like, oh no, this is gonna prove my point. And then, as you can see in this video, guy easily pulls out fucking context for each and every clip that he put in there. Uncontextually. Yeah, uncontextually.
Then platformed Bad Empanada. Frogan, as I said earlier, crashed out over Ethan silently unfollowing her on Twitter. And this last clip was a stream called My War on Snark, which was the second stream after the CPS incident. Ethan was calling out Denims for platforming Bad Empanada by showing and promoting his video where he falsely claims that Ethan and Hila's house was covered in dog shit and that the children were walking around eating the dog shit, which led to a false CPS report that Ethan's family had to deal with. Wow! With that context, it seems perfectly reasonable why Ethan would be upset at these people. Before we continue, I want to make it perfectly clear that I do not believe that following someone on social media equals the endorsement of that person. I myself follow several people that I disagree with and or dislike. However, Ian seems to be trying to weaponize this argument into something that it is not. In this part of the video, Ian is talking about his former editor, Froggy Tonic.
Anyway, this guy was saying shit like that Hila's a Nazi, that she kills kids, that she's like a IDF baby killer, all this types of shit. And that's showing up right up on Nisa's and Idubbbz feed. My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered.
You don't know what's on my feed. What the fuck is happening? For all you know, I only use the For You tab. For all you know, I only use lists. For all you know, I'm seeing these things tweeted out by my editor of a year and a half ago and saying, God, that is nasty.
For all we know, what do you mean we do know? Anissa was literally engaging with him throughout all of this, but besides that, you literally confirm it yourself.
I used to work with this video editor named Froggy Tonic. There would be an occasional Froggy tweet where I'd be like, I agree with that. You don't know what's on my feed. I'm not gonna retweet it or like it. Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago, what the fuck is happening? Truly mean shit.
This contradiction makes this entire point fall flat very quickly, and it's honestly pathetic how little effort went into making this video.
He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit, I'm sure.
A bunch of other shit? You barely scratched the surface. Oh, boo-hoo, he called someone the C word. What did he actually say, Ian?
Who the fuck is the person on the Reddit who's posting this in the first place? If you do a little bit of research, it seems like it's an account whose intention is to make Ethan crash out. One of the users on the Snark Reddit points this out. They're like, I've seen this account before.
Baba Booey.
What the hell happened to you, Ian? You went from well-researched videos to crediting Snark subreddits to make your point. The cherry on top is the person who made this post apparently isn't even the same dude the Snark is talking about. And this was found out less than an hour after this video's release.
Fucking the Gaza Strip, whatever it might be, I'll talk about it, no matter how ignorant of the facts I am. That's one very important thing to keep in mind, guys. I'm not a researcher. I'm a dipshit.
Also, I think Ian has just ruined the word crash out for me. He calls Ethan's behavior crashing out on the stream where he talks about CPS getting called on his kids.
Just like I'm not gonna throw Ethan Klein away because he's having a parasocial weird crash out.
This is a point Ethan responded to in his latest video where he also reveals that 2 human skulls were sent to his house. If that's a crash out, it's a reasonable crash out.
It's pretty reasonable.
When all the internet hated them.
I don't like that Ethan brought this up because it makes the relationship feel very transactional.
I don't entirely disagree with this point. Yeah, it's not cool to have an ultimatum, transactional type of relationship. However, wouldn't that make you a hypocrite, Ian? You give him a lot of ultimatums in this video.
It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out. Maybe if he does these things, eventually he'll find peace and we can like rekindle our friendship.
Aren't you kind of doing the same thing?
Bro, I don't understand this man in rekindling friendship. This man constantly is just like, maybe we can become friends again if you just change your politics and your view. Maybe we could just become friends. Maybe we could just become friends. Like, bro, he doesn't want to be your friend anymore. You kind of threw away all 9 years of your friendship by going over to Hassan's side.
I thought the text conversation that I had with him was very empathetic. I basically just
my
said,
empathy
like,
meter's
I know
only
you and
maybe
Hila
like
are
a
experiencing
quarter of the
ton
way filled
flashbacks,
up.
and I essentially empathize with that.
Ah, yes. Ian, the moral arbiter of empathy. I'm glad you filled up your empathy meter a little bit more before making this fucking hit piece.
Adam McIntyre needs to just like disappear. That guy is a piece of shit, like of the lowest order. I never even stood by him when he talked bad about Trisha having a kid and called him like the spawn of Satan.
They never made a statement. They never said that they disagree with his statements about Trisha's baby until it's useful. And what it sounds like to me is that you did see it at the time and you were like, ooh, I don't like that. And you didn't endorse it and you didn't fuck with it. Huh. It's almost like that is a fucking identical situation to me.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Yes.
This situation isn't near identical in any way. H3 and Trisha weren't close or even friends at the time of this happening. They had no reason to publicly stand on anything, nor were they asked to. When they asked you to denounce the crazy shit your former editor was saying, you guys ignored them.
Because they're trying to like paint themselves as the good guys. And they're saying like, yeah, we strongly disavow things that are said, even about our enemies. We are the most immoral people on the internet. Unlike Ian and Anissa, who are fucking keeping to themselves.
What a
fucking liar, dude.
But you guys weren't staying silent, dude. You made a tweet joking about the situation. Anissa was out there in Frogan's chat after the whole Twitter incident, and then you went out to make a statement about it on your podcast. If you were trying to stay silent, you did a pretty fucking awful job.
Some people call it like a lol cow.
Call me back. Come on, man. We'll be back.
I'll say it for anyone who doesn't know. Anissa is half Lebanese and half Irish.
That's awfully convenient. What, Anissa's half Lebanese? Well, it turns out she might not be, according to Yoko Ono herself. I'm actually like 50% Irish. I peed on myself in the shower. No, I've been peed on. 25% Italian, 8% Arab. Now, maybe let's give her the benefit of the doubt, despite the fact she constantly talks about her heritage. Let's say Idubbbz is just being hyperbolic. It's still quite a stretch to add 42% of your heritage to something and call it half. Keemstar is more black than Anissa is Lebanese. Shout out to Nicholas Diorio.
For anyone unfamiliar, the Irish have been on the receiving end of a lot of oppression and genocide. On the part of the Lebanese, they've received a lot of oppression and attacks from the IDF. So Anissa is very well familiar.
While this is true, this feels like a weird and unnecessary oppression tug of war. And do I have to state the obvious here that Ethan and Hila are both Jews? I know this is a deep cut, Ian. You may have never heard of this, but like, I think around 6 million Jews were genocided in this little obscure thing known as the Holocaust. Huh. I wonder what Anissa's take is on that.
That's a really hard question, and I think if people are being 100% honest, they'd give you a different answer than what you're...
Oh yeah, fucking Ian fucking burned the shit. He burned it and then he swept it away. And he was just like, now rebuild this bridge, Ethan. It's like, what, bitch, I don't want to rebuild a bridge.
Expecting. As terrible as the Holocaust was, obviously it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on people, gay people, handicaps, twins. I think that's, and obviously, they're obviously Jewish. or they did it on Jewish people. They found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experimentation.
You caught us. We're not gonna run to your defense when, I don't know, we follow people. We be following. That's one fucked up thing that you can say about Anissa and I is when we're on Twitter, we do be following.
Ooh. Yeah, Ian? Oh. How long did it take you to come up with that one, buddy? It's very malicious the way that this is phrased, as if Ethan and Hila actually care about who Ian is following on Twitter. It's the people you guys claim to be friends with openly.
Spineless, I'm cowardly, because I am following someone on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, where we are friends with Denims.
She's friends with people like Denims.
I know,
in her chat,
yeah,
which I'll
she's
show.
friends with
Denims
Denims.
is actually participating in this whole child protective service lie.
You'll notice that Ethan and Hila start talking about this Denims character. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, where we are friends with Denims, but I would say it's the same level of friendship that we had with Ethan and Hila. It's like kind of an internet friendship. We think that she's a good person like we think Ethan and Hila are good people.
H3 is clearly upset that Ian is admittedly friends with Denims. Denims openly promoted the idea that Ethan and Hila are bad parents and their kids are walking around in shit and eating shit and catching diseases. She then justified everything after CPS was called on H3 and is a terror-supporting rape denier who's yet to apologize for anything. Other than the CPS thing, which was barely an apology and it was made after the content cop. So yes, Ian, I question anyone who chooses to be friends with Denims or would openly call her a good person. You also gotta love this revisionist history, the same level of friendship.
I'm friendly with you, and I'd say I'm a light friend.
You guys were friends for nearly 9 years. You've called Ethan and Hila inspirations. You've met his family, and now he's just a light friend? By the end of this video, what are you gonna call him? An acquaintance? Another internet creator?
Yeah, we've been respecting you as independent content creators.
Yes.
I don't know, I think they're both probably guilty of saying things that they don't mean for internet clout and attention. Right now, one's a little bit more fucking nasty to me than the other.
Oh, I get it now. So it's about you.
She's like, I don't care about this guy. He's a nobody, and you know, blah blah blah. And I said, well, then you'll have no problem publicly denouncing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, the conversation ended.
She never replied.
Ethan, you can't even phrase it in a way that doesn't make you sound like you're being coercive and shitty. Well, then, you should have no problem publicly denouncing it, right?
I'm like, you shouldn't,
Does that sound like a friend?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like something a powerful villain would say.
You guys literally called Froggy Tonic a nobody. Yeah,
That's
I'd
so
assume
pathetic,
you'd
it's
have no
insane.
problem denouncing him either if that's actually how you feel.
Would it have been nicer and more supportive to say, we don't agree with the things he's saying and we support Ethan and Hila? Sure.
Ah, holy shit, dude. That's all you had to fucking say, dude. Instead, you're wasting
Literally
time,
all you had to
money,
say.
and a close friendship on a hit piece so you don't piss off your new friends. You look extremely pathetic, Ian.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out. And then maybe we can find a moment in time, I don't know how long it'll be, but a moment in time in the future where things are a little bit easier to broach.
Oh, excuse me. I was just talking to the Silence Through Witchcraft. I didn't hear anything about you wanting to pause the relationship, though. What I heard was that you let Hassan fuck your girlfriend while you watched. Not sure. Maybe I'm getting a bad read. Hold on.
I would have been perfectly fine.
You might want to watch your hand movements there, buddy. You keep doing it, dude. You need to stop. You're getting really close with that hand movement. Don't flip your arm over, man.
And I support Ethan and Hila. The problem is
that she doesn't.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
She actually.
She thinks they have a point.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
Go fuck yourself. What about your girl? This is what I'm talking about, this aggression.
No, Ian, go fuck yourself is right. They're right. You do agree. You've made that very clear. That's why they're saying that. That's their decision. Also, what do you mean aggression? Look at you.
No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping.
In terms of these fair weather friends who are, you know, so happy to be friends as long as they're getting something out of it.
Ethan, that is a rich thing to say.
Throughout this video, Ian strictly avoids the core reason as to why Ethan is acting the way he is in these clips. This one piece of context would likely nullify a majority of this video. The episode Ian is pulling clips from is titled "Snark Called Child Protective Services on Us." No shit, he's pissed.
This is your emotional dumping ground. It's
Oh yeah, I'll be honest with you. Having Ian in your corner, you might as well be like, you know what? You're right. I am wrong. I'm sorry. I would like to do a formal apology. I have finally came to the light. Ian decided I was right, so I definitely know I was wrong.
Horrible. This is not what podcasts are.
Oh, I'm glad Ian's the king of podcasts. He knows what's horrible. He knows what an emotional dumping ground is. And he clearly knows not to do that in podcasts, right? Would you guys like to hear the sweetest bit of hypocrisy?
Explaining to the people why we started this podcast. For me, that's one of the reasons is it's like, oh, I just need to sometimes dump a little bit and just being like, all right, I'll dump. I think is like a satisfying thing for me.
So your podcast is an emotional dumping ground, but when Ethan does it and you don't like what he's dumping about, it's bad.
I realize that Ethan and Hila are more scared now than they've probably ever been. I feel like anti-Semitism is a thought in their heads now more than ever.
You know what? This could have been a valid point, but I gotta say, it was an interesting choice to shave your head before this video. Also, the pose with the swastika, the swastika sword, I don't know, man. That was an interesting choice there, Ian. Sometimes I wonder if you still got it in you.
Say nigga.
Cameroon, you ignorant sloat. That sword is obviously from Bleach.
I don't even know who that guy is.
That's Isaac from Bleach.
Oh, I don't watch Bleach.
This one's sicker. Wait, that's a little sus. Immediately goes for the swastika one. Got it.
Maybe you haven't changed so much after all.
Me making this video is the standing up for something, and it's saying, fuck you. You guys are being bad. You know, I don't think you're bad people, but you're being bad. You're behaving poorly.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'm glad you stood up for the massive political streamer and his lackeys instead of your friend who was being harassed and threatened. What the fuck even is this shit, dude? You're being bad. Bad boy. You're being a bad boy. Who the fuck are you?
I'm not your fucking dad.
You sure try to act like one.
I was morally grandstanding.
True!
Bring it back to Hassan just because, but it kind of is the same thing. Like, I was thinking about going to Gaza until I found out it's dangerous. He's a total performative activist that doesn't give a single fuck about the cause.
Ah, it's been performed exquisitely. Harassing one person and seamlessly transitioning into harassing another one.
What? He criticizes. Ian, can I get your definition of harassment? Is criticism now harassment? You sound like... Oh. Never mind, my head hurts.
She's friends with Denims. Denims is streaming this story about our kid.
I'll show that, yeah.
Getting Giarda from the dog, whatever.
I'm sorry, I'll accept this position from anyone except you guys.
Why?
You have laid the groundwork for this type of streaming.
I don't even know the point Ian is trying to make here. Are you trying to say that Ethan pioneered live drama content? Maybe? Are you trying to say that Ethan pioneered live politics coverage? I don't think so. Are you criticizing Ethan for doing reaction streams? I hope not. Regardless, I'm not getting the Denims comparison because name me one time where Ethan promoted the harassment and misinformation against someone's family. But enough yapping, let's find out what he's talking about.
Which is watching people shit and giving your unfiltered reaction to it.
Ian, you do realize that reaction streams and videos long predated the H3 podcast? I think you should know this more than most. Ian should also know well that not all reaction content is created equally. Sitting there while eating and not adding commentary, or while your brain is malfunctioning in the case of Denims, or having your chair watch the video for you is not a reaction. It's content theft. And you should know that adding commentary to a video that you're watching and transforming it into your own thing is something very different. A reaction streamer can criticize another reaction streamer who's stealing content. Just like...
You hear that, boys? What we're doing right now, we're transforming. Right now, look at you guys over there. We're transforming it right now as we speak. I swear to God, if I get a damn copyright strike on this shit, I'm gonna be pissed.
Like a commentary YouTuber can criticize another commentary YouTuber for making bad content.
She could say so much, and it would make her a little bit uncomfortable, right? It's not comfortable. She'll get a little bit of shit.
They're actually good people, like that's gonna get you shit. That kind of says it all, doesn't it?
There isn't a single person that I respect who would give a fuck if I publicly said that Ethan and Hila are great with their kids, Ethan and Hila didn't kill their dog, and Ethan and Hila wipe their asses or don't have giardia or whatever the prompt is. No one would care.
Don't be naive. You know you would have gotten shit, Ian. Also, what a great way to dodge talking about the CPS situation.
If you can. I just want to ask you if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm not tweeting it out because I'm not your fucking lapdog.
What the
That's
fuck?
why I'm not tweeting it out.
When was that about your logic? You just made an hour-long video defending Hassan and co. Doesn't that make you Hassan's lapdog?
Me making this video is the standing up for something. If you maybe accepted the phone call and we talked about it, you could have asked me, hey, what are your principles?
No fucking shot, dude. No, I don't think Ethan wanted to talk to you about your principles. I think he's got bigger fish to fry right now. Fucking Muppet. Ian then goes on this retarded tangent about friends to the whole follower equals endorsement narrative, so I'll spare repeating myself.
Now let's talk about the button. Ethan got this button, or kill switch, as a response to the
We will riot if you get copyright. Exactly.
Controversy with Cutie Cinderella. He was not able to control himself in that moment, and instead of figuring out how he can change his behavior, he spent $20,000.
Now, for whatever reason, Anissa's husband brings up the button. He goes on this concerned trolling rant about how Ethan refuses to change the behavior and instead uses the button after he did a goof plus a spoof plus a gaff plus a riot while watching a video of Cutie Cinderella crying.
I also see the dynamic.
Something. I'm sorry. Don't mind me.
It's just really
Look at women who are not also benefiting off of being seen.
Now, if you did a tiny bit of research, it's in the same video. You would have known that the button had already been ordered at the time of this incident, so this wasn't some turning point. Ian quickly nullifies this point of the segment by saying,
I think if all of us had buttons, we'd hit the button all the time. But if you don't have it, you operate differently. You think about what you're saying. You maybe plan for your show a little bit more.
Yeah, every network television station has a button. I stream a lot. I wish I had a button. I think everyone could use a kill switch. Ian is making a non-argument. He barely streams and he is making this point during an edited video. You know what? I think I know a guy who could probably use that button.
You fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dog.
Is it me or the video louder than the mic? Well, I'm like, it should be louder than my mic. I mean, like, it should be. I'm like, should it be too loud? Like, are you guys able to hear me? Like,
kill Rick
right now?
Scott. America deserved 9/11.
What's up?
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry.
Let's talk about the crew. I think the crew has been put in the worst working environment that you possibly can be for a fucking podcast. Every crew member has it bad.
I think this part of the video, and frankly, any part of the video that mentions the podcast is malicious. Ian, I know you don't have the best business track record, and that happens, but I don't think you have the place to be talking about Ethan's successful podcast when my small YouTube channel consistently outperforms your podcast.
I would be fine with you not brigading my comment section on my podcast that gets 3,000 views a week because I prefer to not do.
You could have used the button. Shut up. We are moving past that. I'm fucking mortified from Twitter. Brother, I still don't even know how I got to where I landed. I literally just clicked on media and then that was there.
Harassment campaigns and instead talk about Vampire's Kiss.
It's very clear to me that Ian is insecure about the success of his podcast, and it's not unsuccessful because he talks about niche subjects or whatever.
Oh, I'm a lot quieter than the stream. Really? Turn it up a little bit. What about this?
It's because it's boring and oftentimes laughably bad.
I think for me, when I really started to be like, I really don't want to be a part of this, was I hate bringing it up, but Etika. The Etika stuff was so hard for me. Like, that was somebody who clearly was experiencing a mental health issue. And this is my attitude, like, full stop on this period. The last thing somebody who's going through something like that needs is more eyes on it. We were in it. And at the time...
Look at little cute puppy, though. So cute.
She's referring to us kind of going through a fucking hard time on the internet, being harassed, videos made about us, people weighing in.
People still make videos about us.
And on the stupid crew point, there's been very few people.
Wait, what do you need a link to? To the video? I can give you the link to the video. Yeah.
To actually leave H3's crew. Only one is left on bad terms. Hell, Dan's been there for like 7 years, if not more. If the environment was so bad, why didn't you call it out when you were on the show a year and a half ago? You've had plenty of time. And while we're speaking on the crew, I want to take a moment to talk about AB and Lena, two beloved members of the H3 podcast. I actually met AB at the second Creator Clash. He was nice as hell. I even made it into the podcast members only recap video. That aside, let's be clear here. Ian, what you did to Lena by stirring this shit up 2 months before the event is eerily similar to what you did last time to sabotage your own event. It's disgusting that you put 2 other people that you're friendly with, 2 Arabs by the way, since that apparently matters, instead of treating everyone like human beings, in this position when you knew
you're welcome,
that Lena was fighting in your event in 2 months. If you had any spine at all, you would at least wait until after your event or send a warning to Lena and AB. You've now set 2 innocent people up for harassment, and harassment they've been getting, not just because of you, but because they're the only 2 Lebanese people on the show. Looks like you need to fill up that empathy bar a little bit more.
Also, let's talk about AB and Lena, 2 Lebanese employees, and you just continue to talk about the conflict like they don't exist. It would be nicer, a lot nicer, for you to shut the fuck up about it.
Also, you act like Ethan is some sort of anti-Palestinian voice, like he's got some Ben Shapiro absolute Zionist level takes, when that is absolutely not the case. Believe it or not, you can be pro-Palestinian and anti-terrorist at the same time, and I believe most pro-Palestinian people are. The cherry on top of this is that Ian accidentally released the video while AB and Lena were live on the H3 podcast. While the show was live, Lena had to run off to the bathroom as she was having a panic attack over the video. Then Ian had the bright idea to send her a DM like, "Oh, my bad," as if that fixes anything he set them up for. Ian, if you actually do have an empathy meter over 1%, you'll spare her and buy her out from Creator Clash because you know full well that your audience is gonna boo her the second she steps foot on the event.
Exactly.
Also, big shoutouts to whoever the hell runs the Creator Clash Twitter and website. Yeah, great timing there.
Oh, yeet. That guy. I'm getting fucking like horror flashbacks.
Spoke to AB without thinking that the internet was going to hear it. It was rude, it was nasty, and it didn't have this caveat of like, I'm not mad at you. It was anger, and it was uncalled for.
Use they get access to cover most of it.
We're doing it.
What are you doing?
It's so awkward and terrible.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Just like this is what I'm talking about when it's always like.
We need to get home for our kids.
It's like, bro.
Oh no, I didn't want to finish it right now. I just I'm about finishing Wednesday.
Ian, for some reason, I'm beginning to think that you being an electrician's apprentice was some sort of joke. Jokes aside, I know that you actually have had jobs in the past, but you sure do act like you've never came across a difficult situation ever. This was a tame incident that there were no bad feelings over.
He makes it seem like he's not a tyrant of a boss.
We're doing it.
What are you doing?
It's so awkward and terrible. I appreciate the hard work.
I know you do.
And I loved it, and I really enjoy it.
Oh, what in God's name did Alex Wasabi do to your pituitary gland, Ian? Because you've clearly never had a tyrannical boss if you think Ethan sounds like one in that clip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that is the most tame thing ever. And plus they're like, yo, we have kids, want to get home. And I'm like, I feel you. Brother, you want to get back to your family? Reasonable. Extremely reasonable. You don't have to be like, no, he's an asshole. It's like, no, that is extremely reasonable to be kind of frustrated over. One of your employees is like taking too long to do something and you want to get back to your children. Like, one of the most reasonable things ever.
Bad and awkward moment that he apologized for. Big whoop, it's over.
Dan, his producer, is constantly clarifying things on the air and making it clear that what Ethan said was a joke.
God forbid.
It's okay because I buttoned it.
Why?
Because
it's not that big of a deal, man.
Just
Like,
your
how
inability to.
No. Hold on, Dan. How does it change anything? People knowing that we did it.
It's fun when it's a surprise.
Okay, well,
Well, you just asked how it changed
Surprise
things.
them on your show.
Again, shitty choice of a clip and a bad out of context example. This is Ethan and Gila's show, and I know this might be a massive revelation out of this world, but fun fact, the H in H3 stands for Hila, and the 3 is meant to represent a backwards E that stands for Ethan. It's their podcast. Ethan has every right to direct his producers to do what he wants for his show. Maybe you should take some notes so you can have a more entertaining podcast yourself.
Ethan doesn't want to change, and he wants to bring the entire crew down with him.
Ian, you understand that the workforce isn't slavery, right? You do understand that a worker has the right to quit their job, and that these crew members working on a high-profile show could quit any day with a fantastic resume and the opportunity to start a career of their own on social media, right? They all make it clear that they disagree with this hole that you and those snark subreddits are trying to place them in. You have snark Redditor logic, and it's clear how you researched this video.
What makes demon mode different than goblin mode is goblins aren't really like an intimidating, powerful force. If the goblin is persistent, it can get what it wants.
When I'm done with the other one, the big one that's dropping probably next week, my full attention is going to you, George. Like the Eye of Sauron. I see you. I see you out there, you fucking cockroach.
According to Idubbbz, demon mode refers to Ethan suing people, and this first example is Bad Empanada, aka George, who's already on the run for civil cases as it is. Bad Empanada absolutely deserves a lawsuit.
100%.
And maliciously slandered Ethan.
Yes.
Has absolutely been harassing
very
Ethan.
Much.
Has wasted government resources in order to harass Ethan and Hila, and it's really easy to prove damages.
3 complaints for 3 people.
You are doing the classic rich asshole thing. You have a deficit of friends, you have a surplus of enemies. You feel really bad, you feel hurt, but you also have a surplus of money. So what can you do? You can use that money to bully and intimidate people.
No, Ian, person who's wealthy enough to run 2 charity boxing events despite the last one costing you $250,000 in debt that you had no problem paying off and starting a new one this year. Ethan is not a rich asshole for suing people that he feels with good evidence are slandering him. Moral grandstanding at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. This video was not just critical. Sure, there were some critiques against the Israeli government and one creator who really did deserve the criticism. However, there was so much slander against other creators to create some conclusion that they were all genocide supporters. For those unaware, Noah Samson, the person that Ethan Klein and Mudahar are preparing to sue, is pretty infamous for being bad faith, as Jolly Saint Nicholas Diorio calls him, the Brit Bong of the left. Noah recently made a pretty bad faith video attacking several creators, notably Turkey Tom, Mudahar, and Ethan Klein. The video was titled "The YouTubers Who Backed a Genocide," and it's about, you guessed it, the conflict between Israel and Palestine. In this video, Noah denies several rapes that were committed by terrorists, defended the Houthi terrorists, including the one terrorist that Hassan interviewed on stream that Hassan himself called a terrorist.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother.
He also defended Twitch's
really thought he was doing something on that stream.
And most importantly, concluded
something
that
important.
Ethan Klein is pro-genocide for making a video on Hassan Piker where he criticizes the terrorists that Hassan was promoting. This is all despite Ethan Klein saying that the West Bank is fair game and supporting the Palestinian movement in his content nuke on Hassan Piker. He tries to paint the picture that because of Ethan's video on Hassan, that Ethan is lying about his support and empathy towards the Palestinian cause. He then goes after creators like Turkey Tom and Mudahar just for criticizing Twitch and the golden boy, Hassan Piker.
Hey, have you seen Hassan Piker at all?
Piker? I hardly even knew her. Noah's ultimate conclusion is that all of these creators back genocide because they criticize Hassan, which takes a lot of fucking hoops to draw that conclusion. And after watching this dog shit video, I completely understand why Ethan Klein and Mudahar want to sue. I won't get into my opinions on if they should or shouldn't sue, but let's just say I won't exactly feel sad if this scares the shit out of Noah Samson for years.
Funny, Ian is claiming Ethan is a bad boss when I get the feeling Ian is going to learn the definition of a bad boss by working with Hassan. Trust me, Hassan has already been a pretty bad boss towards him, but they did raise some money for Ian's quote-unquote charity, if we can call it that, personal bank account. I just call it that at this point. So, you know, the boss gave him his money, but that was at the cost of the last of people's respect for Ian.
years, fearing generational debt. Now, before I go any further, it should go without saying that I'm totally against retarded and frivolous lawsuits. However, Ian seems to think that all lawsuits are just used to intimidate people. But in the cases where that is true, sometimes it's justified. You shouldn't feel confident to slander people. You should feel intimidated at what might happen if you choose to spread malicious libel against people. Some lawsuits are justified. Hey Ian, a great example of a frivolous lawsuit is the Matt Haas versus H3H3 case. Another one is the one that you threatened Froggy Fresh over $18,000 for after you kicked him out of your event, but didn't pursue because of all the backlash you got. Remember that one?
No, you have a ton of power, you have a ton of options, you have a ton of choice. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich.
Someone's
got a weird obsession with this dude, Johnny. Yeah, he's actually my type, so, I'm kind of jealous that Hank Yo gets to tap that. But, once he gets out of Korea, that ass is all mine.
The internet. Also, you gotta love this frame, right? He's screaming at Ethan for being filthy rich while he's got a gold tooth for fashion, looks like dog shit, and thousands of dollars worth of shitty tattoos. Should try to get a refund on that. Sitting in your basement filled with expensive boxing equipment and an arcade machine, talking to us on your expensive camera and lav mic. You have nothing to grandstand on, you fucking cowardly, pathetic little
He kept saying that it was racist or anti-Semitic to suggest that he talked to someone who's within the same ethnic group as him.
That's why I said yesterday, I urge Ethan to talk to Sam Cedar.
Is it not? I mean, maybe not so much racist, but you're definitely patronizing him. That's like telling a black liberal to go talk to the Hodge twins to see why they're wrong. Ian seems to have lost the idea that people...
Bro, fucking the Hodge twins, man. What happened to them? Bro, fucking the Hodge twin went down a route I never thought they would go down. The route that the fucking Hodge twins went down is fucking sad, bro. It's basically just a menstruation show at that point. What they're doing is basically just a menstruation show. They are disgusting.
People of different ethnic groups and cultures can have conversations.
Now, I used to.
And if there's anyone in this situation who cannot take criticism, it's absolutely Hassan Piker. If you dare ever criticize him, you're in for a world of bullshit. He won't watch it, and if your name ever comes up, he'll just isn't this the guy you and disregard you completely.
How can you speak for my entire ethnic group? I find that really interesting.
Ethan, I don't know what to fucking tell you. This is like step one of having a leftist...
Oh, fuck Red Pill. They can't... Brother, they swallowed the whole damn factory. Any and everything that is just absolutely batshit insane or a conspiracy, they believe in it. They believe in each and every fucking stupid fucking... Oh, it is so retarded how many conspiracies and other bullshits they believe in. If it is anything that slightly is not on the Red Pill agenda, they will 100% try to slander anything about it.
Ideology is recognizing our race, religion, nationality, all this shit, all shape our experiences as people.
This is another rare part of the video where you start to think that Ian might kind of have a point, and then you sit there and you realize that Hassan is categorizing all Jews as to having one opinion, and instead of not doing that, he deflects Ethan off to go talk to the approved Jew, Sam Cedar. So instead of Ian criticizing Hassan,
they did.
as to having one
They
opinion,
gagged on that shit.
criticize Ethan for not talking to the approved Jew. This is so fucking backwards.
It could possibly be someone who shares progressive ideology with you. It could possibly be someone who is of your same gender.
Okay, so, alright, the new and improved Idubbbz is now asking you to patronize other ethnic groups, identities, or skin colors, and only talk to your own. I'm so happy that you've reformed, Ian. This is great moves, man. Keep it up. Proud of you.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
No, Ethan, those aren't jokes, right? When someone makes a controversial statement like that,
they were one of the greatest duos on YouTube, and they just blundered it.
I understand why you would conflate the two. That is someone who is extremely frustrated and passionate about a particular topic. In this case, American imperialism, and passionate about a particular...
No, what the fuck is happening? He just defended the 9/11 cop. He just defended the 9/11. He just defended The 9/11 comment. Also, by the way, this wasn't some.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Hassan, as you tried to
That people do believe that the Earth. There are still people out there that do believe that the Earth is fucking flat. Like they 100% believe that, and you just had to realize you could put these people in a damn rocket ship and shoot them into space, and they'll be like, "Well, it was a projection," and it's like, okay, all right.
On his uncle's show.
All right, yeah.
This was a crash out. The correct use case of the term, by the way, Ian. Because right after the 9/11 comment, he started making graphic remarks about the missing eye of Representative Dan Crenshaw, who was wounded and lost his eye while serving our country in the line of duty.
Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
I think Israel says it's a place where Jews can go.
Israel's just a place Jews can go? With that slogan, we might actually have peace.
Ian, you're getting really fucking lazy. Where's the counter argument? Also, I love this we shit.
With that slogan, we might actually have peace. You know, if that's all you're defining Israel as, is a place Jews can go.
Ian, I didn't know you were Palestinian. Who the fuck is we? Like, since when were you the spokesperson of Palestine?
There was a tier list. It was called the Who Can Say Habibi tier list. It was presented at TwitchCon as like a panel that was just meant to be lighthearted and fun. And Ethan Klein saw that, and he decided that it was anti-Semitic.
No, Ian, he didn't decide that it was anti-Semitic. It was anti-Semitic. They got banned because it was anti-Semitic. The whole premise of Who Can Say Habibi was almost immediately dropped after it started.
We brought you guys here today because we want to rank streamers on how Arab they are.
The people in that category on the thumbnail? Jews. And besides it being a hummus, Sabra's dictionary definition is a Jewish person born in Israel. Hassan goes in Arab because that's the good tier, but Ethan Klein goes in the Jew category because that's the bad tier. Let me explain this in different terms to make it a bit more obvious for your thick skull, Ian. Let's say I were to make a who's invited to the cookout tier list, and at the top you got loves hip hop, and at the bottom you got white. That's of course the best way I could put it without getting in trouble. I think it would be a pretty clear stereotype, and maybe you're just not as culturally sound as you might think you are, Ian.
Lighthearted and fun.
Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
Who has the N-word pass and who doesn't? He made an apology video directed at Cutie Cinderella, and it was graded by a professional psychologist, Dr. Kirk Honda of Psychology in Seattle.
Now we get into the big moment of the video. This is where Ian does something whimsical in content cop fashion. This usually leaves an impact on the viewer, whether it be a sketch or him traveling somewhere and doing something comical. So let's see it. I'm ready. Let's see what he's got.
And I don't know if this came from a good place or not, but I came up with the idea of getting Ethan's grade changed from an A to a B at least.
Okay, then this is kind of silly, but let's see where it goes.
I guess have a policy that when there is a grade for an apology, I am just grading that discrete apology as I see it.
Unfortunately, Kirk did not change his grade.
Wait. He didn't even do it? Why the hell is this even in the video? What the hell happened to you, Ian? This was so pathetic. Also, including this guy in the video is pretty malicious. It's clear he only heard one side. He quickly took down his video on the Content Cop after Ian reached out and ultimately decided he wanted to stay out of it and just wish the best for everyone. I feel bad for this guy.
Anyone can have their own official apology rating system, so I'm going to rate Ethan's apology a B-.
A B-? Wait a sec. This is so petty. You butthurt son of a bitch.
I think something that's very important to me in bringing back Content Cop is to be fair. In the spirit of Kirk saying that it looks like Ethan could just use a hug, I have challenged some of his most powerful haters to put down the haterade and just say something nice and charitable about him because I think he deserves it.
This is definitely the most manipulative part of the video. Don't fucking act like you care. This retarded concern trolling, getting Ethan's enemies to say something nice. Like, after all the shit Denims has done, do you think Ethan really wants to hear, like, the chipper words from Denims?
No. Exactly. Like, no one gives a fuck about that shit.
Which I kind of got to give him credit for it. Like, at least he's standing on business, unlike Shonda Black, who immediately went back on his statement after the video. And I hate to say it, but I think the only genuine person here is Frogan, as she recently doubled down on her well wishes towards Ethan. Don't get me wrong, she's still a fucking piece of shit, but I gotta give credit where credit is due.
You know, I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neela. Like, fuck, like, it's really hard.
Bro was really crying in this video. Like, what was he crying for? That's the real question. This boy was in tears. Johnny is the GOAT. What the fuck?
Right. To be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like if you come to their defense, if that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse for them.
Probably said Johnny is the GOAT.
Oh man,
I'm hoping
dude.
that's ironic.
The raped. He's so raped, man. Fuel up! Okay, so don't mind the outfit change. This is recorded about a week after all those other clips. I didn't expect things to keep escalating. A part of me's kind of thankful for it. A part of me wanted to die the second I saw that Content Deputy H3 was uploaded. Alright, cut the shit, dude. I am so pissed right now. I live reacted to it on stream, and thankfully, there really wasn't that much in there to cover. In this Content Deputy, he hides behind the thin veil of charity, which, by the way, if you watch the first H3 podcast on the Creator Clash, you see how thin that veil is, okay? It was only supposed to be a charitable aspect, but when they're criticized for it, they get to hide behind it.
Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anissa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
Just because your event's for charity, you could still be criticized. And regardless, it doesn't even fucking matter because you didn't raise a dime for charity last time.
Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. Don't worry, Hila. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability.
He was harassed. I don't know why his bitch is crying.
That will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it.
Why?
Psychotic. Ian.
Exactly.
The internet is not going to blame Ethan and Hila for Creator Clash 3's inevitable failure. What happened with Creator Clash 2? Was it their fault then? Even though they were the only people fucking promoting the event? The only possible way this event is saved is if Hassan uses a socialist grift money, but even then, no one's gonna fucking show up. So in this video, Anissa's husband announces that him and Anissa aren't going to be leading Creator Clash anymore because of drama, which is really interesting, and I have a lot of thoughts on that, which I'll talk about later.
Recent revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anissa and I. Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran the previous two events.
You guys are still to blame for this fight being barely promoted, for all of this shit failing, and for yet again bringing more drama into the card because you guys don't know how to handle relations behind the scenes, which is very clear, which is probably
I already
why you guys
fucking
stepped down.
muted that
I
guy.
can't keep my mouth shut. I can't, I mean, I can. I just didn't want to. I want to be frank. I didn't think I would be an awesome event organizer.
To be honest, if you felt you weren't gonna be a good boxing promoter, why did you do it again after
Exactly.
It's very funny how you guys are nudging the blame for Creator Clash 3's failure on Ethan and Hila just in case it inevitably fails. But you guys can avoid all accountability because you guys stepped away from the event. I saw this analogy on the internet.
Exactly. Like, he fucking ended off the video like, can we all just get along, guys? And it's just like, brother, you just spent a whole hour talking shit about this guy, and then you went to, but we can get along, right? Like, we can all be friends, right? Like, come on, we can be friends, right? Come on, you guys, we can be friends. It's like, bitch, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's like the captain of the Titanic after hitting the iceberg, after the ship is fucking in half, saying, oh, this ain't my fault. I'm not the captain anymore. I'm stepping away from being the captain of this sinking ship. You're still to fucking blame. Your event's still gonna fail. And guess what? If your little promoters have any ounce of smarts, this event will never happen again. Don't support Creator Clash or any charity tied to Ian and Anissa. And in the spirit of being an asshole, I'm going to put a fundraiser on this video for cancer research. If you'd like to donate, at least 1 penny would raise more than Creator Clash 2, so feel free.
Damn.
If you'd like to waste your money, feel free to join my Patreon, or become a channel member, or fucking throw it at someone else. I don't give a fuck. Ian,
Yeah, throw it at me.
Were triggered by this CPS harassment thing, and then you immediately equated Anissa and I to it.
no wonder he equated the CPS shit to you. You joined the shitty people and doing the fucking shitty L dance, and you never decided to denounce them when shit was going bad. By the way, I can't even tell if Ian's just fucking stupid or malicious. I'm leaning on malicious, but sometimes the shit he does is just so fucking retarded. He lies and says the CPS call was the same day that H3 decided to call out Ian and Anissa, which is patently false. They didn't call into the fucking show and raid the show. The reason they reacted the way that they reacted is that when they were messaging you, people like Froggy Tonic and Denims were either directly or indirectly promoting the idea that CPS needed to be called on Ethan and Hila. When they reached out to you, you guys ignored them. This timeline is all fucked up because Froggy Tonic's tweets talking about Ethan as a father and Denim's reacting to Bad Empanado was all before the CPS call. That's why you were in the discussion. That's why they were trying to reach out to you. You ignored them. That's why they talk shit publicly.
Horseshit. He's lying. Like, the whole thing is a fucking lie. He's manipulating his audience. We did not have a close relationship.
How many times are you going to recharacterize this friendship? When it's convenient, they're close friends. When it's inconvenient, they're horrible fucking light friends. You guys barely fucking knew each other. Yeah, just one of those friendships where you go to each other's houses and meet each other's families.
Oh, you know, just one of those regular fans. Just one of those friends.
Tons of content publicly. Go to each other when you need favors for each other's careers. Just one of those little buddy, like tiny little.
Yeah, just insignificant friends. All right, they didn't do anything together. Definitely didn't come up on YouTube together. You know, use each other for a clout, and you know, very much made millions together. They didn't do that. Okay, they weren't really close friends at all.
You know, handshake kind of friendships. You know, he's gonna justify the CPS call. Everyone, get ready for the war zone. Thank you, Yoko Ono. That's actually Ian's wife who says that.
To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Hila's defense. There was this H3 stream where Ethan was dumping as per usual. He was talking about his own health, his dog having giardia.
Olive has giardia.
His child running around putting things in their mouth.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
The whole family possibly having giardia.
Oh,
and now Hila has giardia.
Shut. For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's.
Like who?
By the way, is not a measly number.
I could not believe this when I saw this, when Ian decided to justify the CPS call, saying H3's fans were probably the ones behind it. Absolutely not. This podcast episode and those chat messages were weeks before the call, A. B, they're clearly joking. I know you've been on live streams before. Chat makes a lot of jokes at people's expenses. That's very normal.
True. You guys do that. Hurting my feelings.
Pretend like Denims was not being malicious. Froggy was not being malicious. And Bad Empanado was not being malicious when they were sharing that shit about Ethan trying to relitigate the situation and make it into something it wasn't. At that point, Giardia had already been debunked.
I don't trust you, and I'm glad I didn't trust you, because in your video defending yourself, you used a video that takes context from like 3 different places and combines them to make it seem like someone is coordinating an attack on you.
You do the same thing as Ethan by showing the chats?
Including Ethan's own chat.
That's clearly an edit, okay? You compiled chats, so did Ethan. Anyone with a brain can recognize that that's an edit. That's not the actual chat going over top the screen. Like, the call was clearly a malicious attempt to harass Ethan. Anyone with a brain can easily recognize that. I guess Ian agrees with Bad Empanada, so that's something. Also, notice how he doesn't mention the human skulls in this video because that doesn't fit that, oh, it's his fans harassing him.
Or I can show that your tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great execution subreddit, which is not a good thing. I mean, it might be a good thing for the artists that you work with because that means that they did a good job from a technical standpoint, but it's sort of a failure in every other aspect.
Oh, so now you're gonna attack his wife. After you've cried for years about people making fun of your wife, you have now opened your wife to a...
Yeah, Denims was the one that literally reacted to the Bad Empanada video on the stream. So it's kind of like, brother... It's like, brother, if she didn't react to that video and then on top of that, hang on to that part of the video where Bad Empanada was just saying he gave his whole family Giardia or whatever, like none of this shit would have happened. But for some reason, she watched the video, even though Hassan was telling all his people not to watch Bad Empanada until, you know, he started talking about Ethan. But like, it's so stupid how some of these people just sit there and they think, I did nothing malicious at all, as I allow someone to spread misinformation on my stream freely.
World of criticism from an entirely new audience, and believe me, there's a lot of subject matter. And I'm making this video because you don't understand why you're worthy of criticism. I also like how you don't show the real ratio. You just show the one for Idubbbz complaints. That's really secure of you, Ian.
Stop! You
violated the law.
Now we're going to talk a bit about Creator Clash, the boxing event started by Anissa's husband. Creator Clash is an influencer boxing event meant to gather in a bunch of creators that you wouldn't expect to get in the ring to fight it out, all for charity. The first one was a major success, raising over $1 million for charity, and even every fighter got a bonus, but they didn't have enough to pay Airsoft Fatty apparently. It wasn't without controversy, however, as Ian banned Sam Hyde, someone who helped one of the other fighters, Harley Morenstein, train for the event and was a subject of one of Ian's documentaries. He ended up refunding $10,000 worth of tickets that could have gone to charity to Sam. However, this success did not translate over to the next event. They ignorantly and stupidly assumed that the sequel event would garner more success than the original event. They took no anti-piracy measures, booked a much bigger venue, the Tampa Bay Lightning Stadium, added 4 more fights to the card, paid top dollar for a professional wrestler who isn't even an influencer to fight on the card. They added special parties like galas and photo opportunities before and after the event, and they paid for the flights of many big creators who weren't even fighting on the event. And guess who got paid flights to the event? You know, Denim, Sasan, you know, the whole crew.
The whole gang.
You can tend to see that pattern really early on. When you have to pay for that $20,000 comedian, in the end, they came out with a $250,000 deficit to their bank accounts and 0 money for charity. Ian tried rectifying this by doing a charity stream, but only ended up raising $162,000 out of the $250,000. That's not even an Idubbbz empathy meter worth of what they raised last time. On top of all of that, Ian caused a lot of controversy before the event, causing a lot of people to try to refund their tickets before they disabled that ability by kicking Froggy Fresh off the card over some dumb Twitter drama and collaborating with Sam Hyde. Mind you, Harley Morenstein the previous year had also collaborated with Sam Hyde. So this was pretty shocking to a lot of fans. One of the reasons I brought that up is because Ian had such a problem with Froggy being friends with Sam Hyde and collaborating with him, but does not understand why Ethan wants people associated with him condemned who have done all this shit to him. Another YouTuber, Jadion, even offered $100,000 to fund Creator Clash if Ian just let Froggy Fresh fight, which Ian declined. This means on top of all of their expenses, they had to pay for another fighter as well. That same fighter pummeled the fuck out of Chris Raygun because their weight and height difference.
Bro, poor Chris Raygun. I wouldn't even stepped in the ring if that was the shit. I would have been like, man, fuck this shit. I'm going home. Poor Chris Raygun. He got the shit beat out of him because they found someone that was obviously bigger than him. That man got fucked in that ring. I'm not even gonna lie. And it wasn't even his fault. It wasn't even Chris Raygun's fault. You cannot train to fight against someone that's like twice your size. You just can't.
Was pretty major. Now let me be clear. The event was fun. I went and I had a great time. I got to meet lots of creators and get to reconnect with a lot of people that I hadn't seen in years. Plus I got to make new friends. I even met Hassan. It was a fun event and I don't regret going. With all that said, you don't screw up charity. Even calling this boxing event charity is pretty misleading. It implies that there is no for-profit element whatsoever. Anissa and Ian had a mask-off moment on the H3 podcast.
And we kind of want it to be like a Super Bowl, like every year.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
If it works out, then we can do that. And there could always be a charity aspect to it. You know, but I think the main goal is just to get the people paid who are involved in making it happen.
You'd think if they wanted to right their wrongs and ask for a second chance at charity, they would downsize a bit. And sure, they did that fighter-wise, but maybe less dinners, less galas and shit before and after the event. Maybe don't re-rent the Tampa Bay Lightning Stadium that you couldn't even fill last time. And also, maybe don't jeopardize your event.
I love those channels. Listening to this talking fish head is something I look forward to as a relaxing video after work. Wait, you find my videos relaxing? I don't know why. I always find them chaotic, but it could just be the way I make them.
And by putting one of your
But yo,
fighters
thank
through
you.
is from one of the
Appreciate
biggest promotion opportunities that you've had at your past 2 events in a shitty situation like you've just done. A little update on the situation. So one of the main card fighters, Harley Morenstein from Epic Mealtime, dropped out. Why did he drop out? Well, one of the reasons was because when he agreed to fight, they agreed that all fighters would be getting paid the same amount. But when Harley talked to his opponent, LA Beast, turns out he was getting paid more. Another reason is Harley felt quite uncomfortable with this whole drama, with Ian seeming to side with pro-terrorists.
I still have never heard of LA Beast, by the way. I don't know who the hell that is.
By the way, I don't know if you knew this, I don't know if you could tell by the fucking last name, but Harley Morenstein is a Jew! The main card of this fight was not meant to be Israel versus Palestine, it was supposed to be Harley versus LA Beast. He was also quite uncomfortable with the use of the swastika sword in the content cop, and unfortunately, shortly after, Lena Ayad from the H3 podcast, the wife of AB, decided to drop out as well. And what's really fucked up about that is, as I said, if Ian had a spine, he would buy her out. He didn't, and that's fucked up. But thankfully, Ethan did decide to cover the costs that Lena and AB were going to face because Ian decided not to buy them out, which is nice. Creator Clash 3 will likely fail.
The horrible boss, Ethan, he only helps out his employees. Oh, that horrible guy. Oh, he's such a shitty boss.
And I won't be supporting it. However, I will be rooting for Lena on the sidelines. Maybe if shit hadn't hit the fan and there was better marketing, I would have ended up going again. However, given the fact that the UFC and Jake Paul are also having fighting events the same night across the country, and that VidCon is literally the week before all the way across the country, I don't see much success here. And those ticket sales are not looking too good. I'll paraphrase something that Nicholas Diorio said. If you want to support charity, donate directly. If you want to waste money, donate to me.
Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran the previous 2 events. They're very capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening. Anissa and I just don't have any financial ties. We don't have any ownership. We are, I think just going to be known as the founders.
Did you see fucking that part of the stream? I made a video because Ian was there on stream trying to get some of that little donation money that Hassan was raising for the boxing event that was getting targeted by Ethan Klein, when it was just Creator Clash was just unsuccessful, right? This year is just unsuccessful. No one wants to go there this year, especially because Ian is making it look very bad. But like, he was just sitting there, and then for some reason Hassan goes off about Ethan, saying like, you should talk about whenever you said the N-word back in 2016. And it's just like, who do you think got him to say it? Who do you think got him to say it? It couldn't be this man. It could not be the guy that slammed 2 slurs together as his catchphrase
of the event.
Another grand idea that Ian had was to give the event to the people who ran the last 2 events.
Florida's keeping the money because they made the event. Yep.
Financial decisions to run all those galas, buy out
more charity,
the comedian, and all that other shit. I'd like to see the finances. Were they a part of those shitty financial decisions? Let's see some accounting. And speaking of accounting, I find it extremely suspicious that you claim that you're not getting any financial benefit from this. You made a big investment to make this event, and you're just not going to get anything back from it. I don't buy that for a fucking second.
At all.
It's just not how finance works. You are most certainly getting your investment back if you have any smarts whatsoever. And if not, I just find it extremely suspicious. Let's see some fucking accounting, because I don't believe that for a second. You've proven to be malicious. You might not be gaining anything financially, but you sure as hell have to be getting your investment back, which means less money for charity. You also gotta love this characterization that it's because of drama and not that Ian and Issa did anything wrong. You guys fucked up the last event, you fucked this event, but it's not your fault. It's all H3's fault. You guys are free from any blame. It's because of everyone else. You're just because of them.
You bringing up Lena dropping out of the fight was you publicly
showing to your fans like, I don't approve of this. You were saying this shit before the content cop even came out.
Which I told her I would cover if she wanted to drop out.
But now you are saying that you didn't have a problem with any of it until I made the video.
I was totally on board until the organizer put out a video calling me a psychopath. You already forced Lena into this horrible situation. And again, you forced this situation on her.
Why would I do such a thing to Lena? Dude, you have as much agency as I do.
What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
You have no fucking place to blame Ethan for the Lena situation. Why did Harley drop out then? Was that Ethan's fault too?
Oh yeah, it was 100%.
Fucking boss.
Ian's last few words on that charity stream was, "That's mean. The world is being spiritually charged with judgment right now, and it's being broadcasted too." Bro, that boy, I want to be honest here, most people would be pissed if, your past was being brung up that you did not want to be brung up. But that boy had to sit there and take it. Ian was like, if I walk out now, he might not give me the money for that charity. And I really need that money for that quote unquote charity. He was like, I need that money. Plus, I'm pretty sure on one that stream they raised over like $190,000. So I was saying, $190K, just get a little payday to get someone to talk about your past that you didn't want to.
To wrap up this video, we're going to take a look at what growing and changing looks like. Losing all sense of irony, not pushing vulnerable people's buttons unless it's beneficial to your career, don't morally grandstand.
LA Beast is a competitive eater, and he's 41 years old. Oh, I never knew that. Okay, cool. All right. I never heard of him. I don't know. I just don't even watch competitive eating. So
Unless you've grown and changed. Harassment is bad, with one exception. Racism is bad, but anti-Semitism is okay. It's okay if you promote terrorists, but not if you condemn them. America deserved 9/11. Either all of them are okay or none of them okay? No, but some of them are. Having money is bad. I'm being a bit facetious, however, it is pretty clear that while, yes, Ian has changed, it doesn't seem like he gained any empathy for anyone other than himself. In fact, I almost argue that Ian is more bigoted now than he ever was. Like, at least before he had the excuse of just making a joke, but all throughout his recent video, he was patronizing all kinds of groups of people. As for Anissa, I don't think Ian's change is entirely her fault. I think they have an equal role of this retardation. Anissa's problem is Anissa. She's extremely unlikable and always has been. Ian sees something in her, and I guess good for him. But take one look at her Twitter and see why people feel the way they feel about her. She does herself no favors. Ian, if you're going to be upset with Ethan wanting you to speak out, maybe don't give him a reason to be upset by openly endorsing Froggy Tonic and Denims after what they did, making it clear whose side you're taking on your podcast, or make a 1-hour video shitting on the guy. Now, as someone who has benefited from the use of therapy, I gotta say that this weaponization and reliability of therapy is extremely fucking annoying and overdone. At this point, it's beyond concern trolling. Can I just say, if I was deeply depressed and thinking about getting help, and I saw this latest video of Anissa's husband recommending therapy to me, I would run away. His latest video is anti-therapy propaganda.
Literally.
This episode is about the series itself. Content Cop was always meant to be a little bit funny. However, in this latest one on H3, I think I audibly chuckled only a few times, and most of it was because of jokes that Ethan was making in the clips. There was only one occasion where one of Ian's jokes actually landed. In conclusion, being pro-Palestine or making charity events does not absolve you of criticism. And I can't find a person more worthy of criticism than Idubbbz. But that's going to do it for today's episode of Content Cop. If you have any recommendations or if you want me to keep going, just let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see some of my sources, the links are in the description.
Good video. Cameron F305. Boys, go give Cameron F305 a fucking sub, bro. He did his thing with that video. God. What is that about? Bro was just uploading. I might leave. Where are you going? Oh, he was putting up music? All right. He was just uploading shit. All right. Yo, give that boy a damn follow. Hey. Fucking, that was good ass. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good ass video. At first I thought, there ain't no way we're watching all this tonight. And then somehow we watched all of it tonight. Oh, man. My favorite fish. Yo, what's up, Alex? How's your day today? That was a good video. I know he nailed down fucking everything. Like, he nailed down everything on Idubbbz, and that, I'm gonna be honest, that video was scathing. That video was so scathing, and I just have to hope that it reaches Idubbbz. I'm sure Idubbbz probably has at least heard or seen the fucking thing. GG's, yeah. Song request, more cash by Darkside Drill. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not really trying to. This is my thing. This is my thing. I will listen to it off stream. All right. If you want to know what my thoughts are, join the Discord. It should be in the thing. But we cannot play on stream because I'm about sick and tired of getting copyright claims and strikes. All right. That's the only thing I hate about fucking streaming on YouTube. They just be striking. All right. They just be claiming and striking. They be taking all my little damn coins. They be like, what you made on that stream? 2 pennies? I'm about to rub these together. They be fucking up my shit. Actually, you know what? Oh, this? All right, maybe we can listen to this. Never mind. Maybe we can listen to this. Hold on. Maybe we can listen to this. If it's a dark side field, this is a dark side field, yeah. I already know. Is it this one? Wait, is it this one? Baseball, huh? It was funny as well. Oh, yeah, it was really good. He did really good on that one. Like, that shit was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. He was funny. He was witty. Wait, which one are we looking for? Is it this one or this one? Tally got judged hard. Oof. Damn, this Tally fucking shit.
Hey, nasal drip, hey. Got some glasses and they full of gin.
Gin is great.
Penalty, ha, she was a kid, yeah. I don't give a shit, hey.
Free.
This one for
Free. No. Oh, okay. I guess it's not this one. Oh, this one more cash.
Hey guys, come on the stream and dump a ginormous contribution.
More cash. Okay.
Come to the Fighting Game streams, please. Watch, please support. Consider supporting in some way besides ad revenue. Ad revenue on YouTube is so tiny, but hopefully you'll consider maybe a tip or
Dude, that video of it, it was so fucking good. I actually love that shit. That shit was really good.
Wanna feel it in my snort sack. Snort deep, pay big for the DoorDash.
DoorDash.
On a horseback. Yeah. Bitch, I need more cash.
Hey.
Wanna feel it in my snort sack. Snort deep, pay big for the DoorDash. Yeah.
Bro, why does he snort? Wait, does anyone actually know why he snorts? Is it like an actual medical problem, or is he just like he just at all times? Like, is he cracked out? Is he cracked out?
Showing up to the stream lane. I got a pull for the beefcake.
Hey.
I don't give a fuck what the stream say, bro.
Hey.
More gas in the V8.
Yay.
Gorilla mouth, you can catch it on socials. Can't touch it though, cause she say that's a no.
Snort sack? That is so disgusting. I'm so glad you were. Wait, I'm so glad you retracted that. That was so disgusting. The fuck is a snort sack?
I'm the biggest bomb all through the inner coast. Couldn't
snort sack.
Fucking lag, my controller's not picking up my moves. I'ma blame the reason that I suck on all these other dudes. Still 4th place, 05 Street Fighter 2. Oh, we just gotta tip in. More pulls, baby, you know I'ma dip in. $20 from a pedal while I sip gin. Please, thank you. Better take a sip then. More cash. Wanna feel it in my snort.
What's that? DoorDash. On a horseback.
Bitch, I need more cash. Wanna feel it in my snort. Pay big for the DoorDash. Riding down my street on a horseback. Yeah.
More cash.
Feel it in my snort sack, snort deep paper.
Booger Sugar, I'll be honest, you can't put it past DSP. I think DSP might do some Booger Sugar. The way he be snorting, I ain't gonna lie. Brother, fucking, It's a Gundam needs to make another fucking recap on fucking whatever the hell DSP's been up to.
DoorDash, riding down my street on a horseback. Yeah, yeah. Bitch, I need more cash. Wanna feel it in my snort sack, snort deep paper for the DoorDash, riding down my street on a horseback. Yeah, yeah.
Brother, I can't even I don't even want to read that because what? That is the most disgusting sentence I've read. Snorts. Okay. That is so gross. Fucking snort sack. That is so disgusting. Oh my god. You guys are. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a reason why I don't watch DSP himself and I only watch compilations. It's because that motherfucker is disgusting. Like, it is groundbreaking how gross he can be. Okay. Sounds like a disease you get from your balls. Ugh. I have a buddy who does coke and he said, the snort sack looks like a dead baby chicken embryo. All right. I think right there is where we're going to end off the stream for tonight. What? Ooh. 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 All right, boys. Thank you for 20K, yo. 20K stream fucking was amazing. All right, boys. We watched a couple good videos today. All right. Hopefully, I'm able to scrap out that one video from that stream. Yeah, from that stream earlier. We're not talking about that. But I'm pretty sure I can scrap that. So we're gonna get a couple videos out of that. Hopefully, I also have another video as well. It won't just be just stream highlights about Johnny Somali. Got to call it a night. Yeah, I'm about to call it a night too, my guy. But I enjoyed this live. We will try to watch more stuff like this straight. Yeah, my guy. No drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Especially anything that deals with snorting. Do not be like DSP. Snort sack. What is wrong with you? Why do you know so much about what is wrong? All right, I'm getting off. All right, see you, boys. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Yo, hopefully y'all have a nice night.